Right, welcome back. Last time, we managed to, well, pass a minor reform that shortens, well, makes it so that, theoretically, positions are no longer held for life. Yeah, but, well, for the most part I've basically been trying to get the commercialization to spread faster. Right now the prediction is that it's going to take, uh, 33 years, which is 12 years better than previously. There's also beginning to be a spread inside my capital. However, that's about 15 years before the end date, so... Well, not 15, but less than 20 years before the end date. Yeah. Of course, I am planning on putting in efforts to make the spread faster, but... Well... Yeah, mainly involves... expanding burger power as well as yet another reform in commerce law, bringing it up to free enterprise, which definitely helps in the spread, although not by... Well, it actually, I was about to say not by much, but in actuality increases it by 50% of the base. Which should definitely be helpful. Well, so it increases it by 50% total. It is, after all, multiplicative. Besides, the expansion in power also makes it so that it's easier for me to reach that 40 burger average power requirement. I'm also half hoping to lower the, to adjust the nobility autonomy major reform. Well, the rural governance up from seigneury to just plain nobility, although I doubt I can actually do that. It would require an interesting amount of finagling with the influence. I've already done what's supposed to be the first stage of that, which is to promote the power of the bureaucrats. However, they're having trouble at the moment, so let's leave that for the time. For now, though, all I can do is wait. Well, there is one good thing about the price of knowledge increasing. It does mean that there's a greater degree of potential, I guess, for my various industries to try and get something out of it. More or less, it means that it's more efficient to use. Invest into, so it's more likely for the auto investor to do that along with others that are going to try that sort of a thing. Of course, there are various issues. Still, it is one of the highest profitability industries inside Choctaw, outside of armaments at 120%, and rock salt at 887%. Well, plus 887%. Salt is absurdly expensive, and that's probably the reason why most of my state property happens to be mines. Yeah, I may have forgotten about that. Oops. Right, so... I was hoping to do tax reform, but I'm going to need to have the burgers be present. So, yeah, there's none of that. At the very least, aristocratic influence is down. I'll do their reform if I can chain that. Because it says, at the bottom of this one, where it doesn't meet the requirements, our executive cannot handle more reforms at the same time. It is entirely possible that I won't be able to do 2 reforms, although I do not remember seeing that one before, or at least paying attention to it, so. Further reform. Let's chain at least 2 reforms together. I'm going to lose all my stability anyway. And the nobles aren't affected by this one, so. The burghers love it. Okay. This is all going to affect stability really badly, isn't it? Okay, enforce special tolls in order to actually take advantage of their sudden increase in loyalty. Right, 2 reforms. Let's drop down to 0 stability and lose 30 legitimacy. Right, so let's click the page again to update. So now we have nobility, which lowers the level of feudal gravity, noble gravity, and reduces feudal dues from peasants, residents, and burghers to the nobles. It reduces the monthly hierarchy gain, reduces autonomy from nobility, but it does increase noble power from wealth, because they're getting less power in general. Additionally, we now upgrade to free commerce, which increases commerce production by 15%. I know that. Increases base consultation, as well as ideal burger size. Not sure how much on that. And reduces trade income transferred from the burghers to me. That's the annoying bit. The next level requires stuff. It's not displaying it. Okay. Unless the next level has been removed. No, it has not. Corporate law. I need 60 state reach average. 30 metropolitan influence, which isn't that hard. And global trade. Yeah. However, it's yet another massive boost, and this one will definitely be one I will try for, because it's going to it boosts everything, including the amount of commerce income that's transferred to local tax income. So I'll be getting more money again from that. Anyway, grain dole and temporary tax relief. This should reduce the quantity of reactionary warlords. Oh, and I probably should do a lot of things in order to make them happier again. That's everything that I can do. At least that I'm willing to do. I wonder. Anyway. Now should be a good time to stop. So. I have passed one more, well, a pair of major reforms to be precise. So we've now got free commerce, which does remove a source of income, but it's all good for now. Apparently my income has improved dramatically for no particular reason. Yeah, and it's not land tax either, so I guess state corruption is... Oh yeah, provincial corruption has dropped a lot, hasn't it? Yeah, that will probably be enough. Especially with a large spike in property income. Right, so, yeah, I've gone ahead and done that. Plus, there has been some increases in burger power. So now they've got 41% average power. Probably more here in Choctaw, the main place of... Yeah, they've now got 60%, although that power is reducing again, so... I might need to do that again just to keep it going high. I haven't actually looked to see how long it would take. 0.3 per month. And it's predicted to take about, well, less than 20 years, at least in Choctaw. It's also beginning to spread. Last estimate was less than 20 years before the end date. Now it's just 140 years. Amazing. Of course, I figure it'd speed it up once... Well, if I'm able to embrace it. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Can I actually embrace it once it reaches Choctaw? Okay, so... Choctaw is 15 development. I need to have... It's considered 15 development after local autonomy. Ah, that's not good. Perhaps it could spread to neighboring provinces, but that's unlikely. Okay, friendly neighboring or coastal provinces has embraced commercialization, plus 0.11. Yeah, it's not a good sign. None of the bordering provinces are particularly inclined outside of this one for a good institution spread. Or a cob, I guess. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I do have to admit, I have not looked at populations in a while. Cob does seem to be at its limit with regards to that, although the grain, no? Yeah, I've overstepped my time in general. That's pretty much all I've done so far, though. I've mainly been trying to keep the country stable and prevent my legitimacy from dropping too much. Well, thankfully, once the heir comes in, who is aggressive, joy, things should improve again. Well, there's nothing I can do at the moment for keeping the nobility happier. Might be able to expand the bureaucracy, but that's not a good idea when I've done recent reforms. I may do tax reform later. Sounds like a nice idea. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and I've got 8 merchants now. Isn't that just great? I can only reach 2 trade nodes, and I know of 5. Oh, and also, the one last thing, Castille has managed to claim enough provinces in the Caribbean trade node, in the Caribbean region in order to obtain a colonial nation. They're also trading in the node, so theoretically they should start beginning to spread. The institution to me, but it doesn't seem like it, unless they haven't got commercialization yet, which would be weird. I mean, they should have colonial inputs at some point. At least that one spreads quickly, with 1.28 base. Casual literacy is something that's going to happen later, though. Yeah, either I'm going to have to lower the autonomy here, which spreads the problem around somewhat, but after a certain point, once, say, or increase the amount of development here. I mean, I have been trying to raise the amount of academic, although that hasn't happened yet because the investment was recent, so yeah. It's all in preparation for casual literacy too. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.